Stop wasting money. Ride long-haul winners. These budget legends rack 500,000 miles you won't believe, with simple upkeep and serious value. No hype, just proven engines, real stories, and prices that spare your wallet. Ride with us. Number 2 is pure chaos, and number 1 is the smart buy that outlasts paychecks. At number 12, Honda ST1300 V4, smooth, stone axe reliability, high mile calm, big fairing quiet, shaft drive ease, and highway poise. You feel immediately. We call it the budget locomotive, a long-distance machine that just cruises. Why does it last? Under-stressed V4, stout cooling, and driveline built for duty. Shaft drive means clean pants, no fling, low maintenance, peace. Alternator output is generous for lights, heated grips, and winter layers. Iron butt pedigree is real. Couriers logged absurd distance without drama. Service access is sensible, with valve checks that stay in spec for ages. Fasteners, plastics, and hardware feel honest, not fragile or fiddly. Ownership vibe, mid-40s, miles per gallon at steady American speeds. Big tank, calm aerodynamics, and a seat that supports long days. Brakes wear slow, pads last, and tires live well with measured wrists. Touring bits make life easy. Integrated luggage, good mirrors, bright lights. Windshield adjusts, airflow smooths, fatigue drops, fast mile after mile. Two-up manners stay stable, luggage loaded, suspension happy, with sag set right. One rider shared, the ST is comfortable, low maintenance, never breaks, handles all sorts of weather, carries a ton, and has a 250 to 300 mile range. If you are seriously looking for a high-speed commuter, it's hard to beat. What to watch? Heat on sweltering days, so keep the cooling system tidy. Aged plastics can creak. Inspect tabs and mounting bosses before buying. Check charging health, especially stator and regulator rectifier connections. Peek at the tip-over wings. Many have done parking lot duty already. Price note, U.S. market. Strong condition earlier years, typically $5,000 to $7,000. Late year, low-mile bikes with service records and luggage, often $7,000 to $9,000. Clean titles, no warning lights, fresh tires, and recent fluids deserve a small premium. Common upgrades include modest bar risers, fresh fork oil, and a taller screen for quieter cruise for riders. Light negatives? Weight is real. Parking lot turns ask for patience. Low-speed heat in the city crawl can be visited on hot afternoons. Otherwise, it is just gas, ride, repeat, simple, trusted, capable. Love long-haul sanity? Number 11 proves single-cylinder stubbornness still wins. Like the DR-Z, our channel is built to keep running without drama. Subscribe now for more bikes that prove reliability doesn't have to be expensive. Number 11, Suzuki DR-Z400S/SM. Trail tough simple, city smart light, parts everywhere. Why does it last? Proven air oil, single, tight tolerances, and a robust 5-speed. Cooling is simple, tolerates dust, and shrugs off heat on slow climbs. Valve shims are easy, long intervals, rarely drifting when stuck. Cases are stout, subframe strong, and the clutch takes real miles. Ownership vibe? Mid-60s miles per gallon when geared sane. 2 lanes cruise friendly. Tank swaps are common. Range grows big without hurting weight. Chains, sprockets are cheap, pads are affordable, and filters are everywhere. Oil changes are quick, tools are basic, and a milk crate fits perfect. City life? Narrow waist, wide bar leverage, and curb hop confidence. Commuter potholes become jokes, speed bumps disappear. Weekend dirt? Stand up, squeeze knees, and let the single tractor forward. It forgives bad lines, finds GRIP, and keeps the party moving. What to inspect before buying? Listen for third gear whine. Shift all gears. Check stator cover for seep. Look for amateur jetting with sawed airbox. Slide a finger along the chain slider. Replace if grooved and dusty. Spin bearings. Tug, swing arm. Check spokes for true. Tuning without drama. Fresh pilot, jet, clean float, and correct idle. Set sag, grease linkage, and purge the ancient brake fluid today. Gearing change? One tooth down wakes city pull, highway, still happy. Real-world money in the United States. Tidy S models often $4,000 to $6,000. Clean SMs with stock wheels and receipts run $5,000 to $7,000. Tasteful bits, skid plate, guards, radiator braces at a small premium. Skip chopped harnesses. Mystery, big bore claims, and race-built carb confessions. Minor trade-offs we accept. Buzz at FAST cruise. Seat is WOOD after hours. Wind hits chest. A small screen helps. Earplugs are smart. For durability per dollar, this thing is ruthlessly good. From dirt DNA to global commuter, number 10 made singles famous on every continent. Number 10, BMW F650GS. Rotax Heart, tractor pull, expedition grade, tough. Long-legged ease, simple service, and range that calms nerves. We bought these to cross states, not polish in garages. Why does it keep ticking? Proven single, modest compression, smart fueling by year. Early tunes are basic and friendly. Later injection is clean and steady. Top-end lives, easy when oil is fresh and air stays clear. Frame and subframe carry load like a pack mule. Hard bags, racks, and tools ride comfortable all day. Wheels shrug off chips. Spokes true up without drama. Rider triangle is open, seat supportive, windscreen helps. High 40s to low 50s miles per gallon on steady highway. 4+ gallons means real day loops between pumps. Maintenance rhythm is calm. Air filter on top, easy plug reach. Valves spaced out. Chain lasts with simple lube discipline and careful alignment. One rider shared, "Rich, I have a friend who is today completing a 3-year ride on his F650. He has covered every country in North and South America, approximately 70,000 miles. I'm sure he will tell you the virtues of that little thumper. He loves it. Before you buy, scan for water pump wee at the hose joint. Feel the Cush Drive rubbers. Replace if spongy or cracked. Fuel lines age. Modern hose and clamps are cheap insurance. Listen for odd starter clacks, confirm charge voltage, and headlight health. Look for fork seal mist, then set sag for your weight. Fresh brake fluid and pads restore crisp stops fast. U.S. Marketplace, reality? Honest riders trade tidy singles for $3,000 to $5,000. Adventure kitted, low-mile examples with receipts often fetch $4,000 to $5,500. Rough plastics, bent levers, and mystery lights deserve a discount. Trade-offs we accept, vibes at freeway pace, and tall seat for shorter legs. Return payoff is huge. Cheap miles, simple fixes, and parts everywhere. Want twin smoothness on a budget? Number 9 brings commuter relief with weekend speed. Standard 19-inch front track steady. 𝐏𝐄𝐑 21 eats gravel with confidence. ABS on many years behaves well in the rain. Later, G650GS parts fit. Number 9. Kawasaki Ninja 650 ER6N. Parallel twin punch, cheap parts, garage-friendly maintenance, friendly height, real torque, and an engine that loves daily miles. We buy these to commute, carve, and keep costs low. Longevity recipe? Under stress twin, sensible cooling, and forgiving fueling maps. 6-speed shifts, clean, clutches last, and the bottom end is stout. It pulls from low revs, so riders short shift and save wear. Ergonomics are kind to wrists and backs. Triangle fits many. 2-up is possible with a pad upgrade, and correct spring sag. Wind protection varies by trim. Simple screens fix long-haul buffet. Ownership rhythm is easy. Valves are reachable. Intervals are generous. Coils and plugs are straightforward. Oil, filters, chains, all common, affordable, and stocked everywhere. Real-world miles per gallon? Mid-50s when cruising at American highway pace. 4-ish gallons gets you honest ranges between fuel stops. ABS shows up on many model years and behaves transparent. Pre-buy checks that matter. Monitor charging, voltage at idle, and revs. Older regulator rectifiers can fade. Modern MOSFET swaps are smart. Inspect coil sticks for cracks, verify both fans cycle, and smell for fuel. Falls happen. Scan fairing tabs and bracket ears for stress marks. Bars should turn freely, cables smooth. Head bearings without notch. Spin wheels, squeeze brakes, and feel for warped rotors under light pressure. Dollar cents in the United States. Plain ER6N commuters with care records land around $2,000 to $3,500. Fared Ninja 650 with ABS and clean plastics runs $3,000 to $5,000. Tasteful mods, braided lines, better shock, adds small value when done properly. Quirks we live with, vibes at certain RPMs, budget fork, damping. Solutions are simple. Fresh oil weight, correct sag, and a fork rebuild later. Prefer an inline 4 with manners? Number 8, does it without drama or debt. Number 8, Yamaha FZ6/FZ600. Inline 4 silk, weekend sport, commuter value. R6 lineage, manners that save wrists. This is the budget 4 that simply refuses to quit. Why does it keep going? Detuned Super Sport Heart with friendly cams and cooling. Bottom end is strong. Gearbox is slick. Charging system is reliable. Keep oil clean, filters fresh, and it just hums happily for years. Rider fit is neutral. Bars reasonable. Pegs humane. Seat workable for hours. Underseat pipes keep bags clear, and the cockpit reads clean at a glance. Mirrors see past elbows, and the wind takes edges off long rides. Fuel economy sits in the 40s per gallon. Tank size comfortably supports real-day trips between small-town pumps. Valve inspections are wide apart. Throttle body balance brings back butter. Daily care is straightforward. Spark plugs are simple. Airbox access is fair. Chains live long with lube. Front pads are common sizes. Rotors are tough. Calipers like fresh fluid. Pre-purchase checklist. Listen for cam chain rattle on cold start. Check intake boots for cracks, vacuum caps for leaks, and smooth idle learn. Fork seals should be DRY. Shock should rebound without pogo. Electrical sanity. Verify fan engagement, headlight brightness, and charging at highway RPM. Stators age eventually. Replacements are plentiful and not painful. Switchgear should feel crisp. No random cutouts under bar wiggle. This is the sound of the exhaust in Yamaha FZ6/FZ600. Money Talk, United States. Clean Riders examples trade around $2,500 to $4,000, depending on miles and trim. Later years with ABS and 𝐑𝐈𝐃𝐄𝐑 can command $4,000 to $4,500. Bargains exist, but missing titles, odd fairings, and hacked wiring are red flags. Minor realities: soft fork, springs from the factory, and buzz above legal pace. Correct with springs for weight, fresh oil, and bar end mass, like calm revs and giant range. Number 7, sips fuel and never complains. Join the garage. Real riders, real miles, real fixes. Subscribe to keep buyer checks, recall alerts, and longevity tips rolling every week with our crew. What is your longest running bike, miles on the clock, and one maintenance habit that kept it alive? Share it to help riders save money. Number 7, Honda NC700X. Car DNA durability, frunk smarts, 50+ MPG piece, low rev comm, long life engineering, and storage that makes daily riding easy. We bought these to save money and stack miles, not chase dyno brags. Why does it last? Low redline philosophy, under stress twin, and shared Honda components. The crank spins relaxed, heat stays orderly, and bearings live long lives. Fueling is clean, mapping sensible, and detonation worries stay far away. DCT story: the dual clutch box is quiet, decisive, and famously stout. Keep the proper fluid fresh. Learn the service interval and it rewards discipline. Manual models feel light on the wrist with a clutch that never begs mercy. Costs drop. Ergonomics land natural. Seat-to-peg room generous. Bars where hands want them. Windshield and side panels tame the buffet. Rain sheds off the tank and knees. Ownership rhythm is easy. High 50s to low 70s miles per gallon is normal. 4+ gallons means honest day ride range without fuel panic. Airbox access is simple. Filters swap fast, and plugs are not an archaeology dig. Chain life stretches long with lube and alignment done with care. Brake pads wear slowly when you ride the torque, and short shift with patience. What to check on a used one? DCT fluid, neglect, chain slack, and motor mount torque. Listen for whines you cannot place. Confirm charging voltage and feel the cooling fan cycle. Scan for crash bars done right, not drywall bolt nightmares under painted plastic. In the United States, clean examples typically run $3,000 to $6,000, depending on year, miles, and DCT versus manual. Service records, fresh tires, and recent coolant earn a modest premium. Bent levers, odd warning lights, or cut harness tape deserve walk-away energy. This is calm power with working-class range and a brainy frunk that swallows a full-face helmet. It turns commutes into quiet time and weekend loops into cheap therapy. Craving old-school toughness with torque? Number 6 brings the bruiser bargain back. Fast question. If you had to cross 3 states tomorrow, which bike here are you picking and why? Share your route, fuel stops, and must-carry tools. Number 6. Suzuki Bandit 650/GSX 650F. Air oil cool, steel spine strong, long mile grin. The everyday hammer that refuses drama and rewards care with years. We like the sound it makes when money stays in our wallet. Longevity recipe? Mild tune, inline 4, generous oiling, stout castings. It runs best on routine maintenance and real-world RPM, not constant redline. Cooling is honest, charging is reliable, and the gearbox clicks like good machinery. Chassis manners are neutral. Weight disappears once rolling, and the seat treats backs kindly. 2-up comfort is real with spring preload set for shared luggage. Bars accept risers, pegs tolerate miles, and the windscreen takes the edge off speed. Fuel economy lives in the low 40s miles per gallon for sensible riders. A mid-sized tank keeps towns within reach across long 2-lane stretches. Pads, chains, and filters are cheap. Plugs and gaskets are easy to source. Shopping smart? Know your years. Carb early, injection later. Both dependable when stock. Look for tidy wiring, full-length fasteners on headers, and a quiet cam chain. Regulator rectifier health matters. A modern MOSFET swap is inexpensive insurance. Ride feel is classic 4. A velvet rush above mid-range and a steady drone on slab. It cruises at legal miles per hour with headroom left for quick passes. The frame keeps its line when loaded, and the brakes answer without surprise. In the United States, fair naked Bandits often sell for $2,000 to $4,000, while clean GSX 650F examples bring $3,000 to $5,000. Proof of valve checks, fresh fork oil, and straight rotors is worth real money. Hard luggage, center stand, and crash protection add function without killing value. Quirks? Factory fork springs can feel soft, and stock cans hide the motor's song. Fresh oil, correct sag, and a tasteful slip-on wake the bike without pain. Think tiny equals fragile? Number 5 proves the baby standard is a little cockroach. Number 5. Suzuki TU250X. Simple joy, teachable chassis, zero drama service. The starter bike that seasoned riders keep because it just refuses to die. A small bore standard with big heart character and pocket change running costs. Why does it live long? Air-cooled single with minimal electrons and patient temps. No radiators to crack, no complex pumps to chase, just fins and airflow. Fuel injection in later years is clean. Earlier units with carb are easy to dial. Daily rhythm is gentle. 60+ miles per gallon is common even in city life. A small tank still stretches because the single sips like a priest. Tires are inexpensive, chains last ages, and valves adjust in a coffee break. Ergos are human. Bars and pegs neutral. Seat flat enough to move around. Low seat height builds confidence. Parking lots become practice instead of peril. Controls click positive, and the clutch engages with friendly, predictable feel. Used bike checklist: look for sitting bike rust, varnished tanks, and stale fuel lines. Spin wheels, check spokes, and listen for wheel bearing grind at walking speed. Inspect the airbox for nests and make sure the battery actually holds charge. Riding character is easygoing. It shrugs at potholes, welcomes gravel cut-throughs, and laughs at short hop errand loops. On the highway, it will do the limit, but it prefers thoughtful route choices. Back roads are its home, where momentum riding becomes a quiet art. Money picture in the United States. Clean, unmolested examples usually land between $3,000 and $5,000, with low miles commanding the upper end. Tasteful bars, a simple rack, and fresh rubber are worth paying for. Hacked exhausts, stretched chains, and mismatched fasteners say, keep your cash moving. Call it beginner-friendly if you want. We call it forever useful. Teach someone to ride, then keep it for yourself as a sunny day smile machine. Ready to relive beginner bliss with real highway legs? Number 4 is the quiet legend. Number 4, Honda NT700V Deauville. Built-in bags, bulletproof drive, postal fleet endurance. We know this bike as the quiet workhorse that just keeps paying you back. Transverse, V-twin pulse, shaft drive, cleanliness, and panniers you can actually use. Why does it last? Understressed twin with relaxed RPM, proper cooling, and tidy fueling. Shaft drive means zero fling, low fuss, and highway peace mile after mile. Enclosed panniers keep weather out, tools in, and daily errands simple. On the road, it feels calm and connected, a small fairing taking the edge off wind. Seat height is friendly, triangle natural, mirrors clear of elbows at speed. Mid-50s miles per gallon is common for steady American highway cruising. Ownership rhythm is easy, long pad life, filters reachable, fluids straight ahead. We set sag, click preload, and it carries 2 riders plus luggage without complaint. Night riding stays relaxed with honest lighting and a cockpit you can read. Shopping checklist for used. Verify fans kick on in summer traffic. Scan the clutch pushrod seal for mist. Feel the rear shock for fade under load. Listen for harmless gear whir, then confirm smooth engagement in every gear. United States reality. The NT landed here briefly, then vanished quietly. Clean domestic examples often live between $3,000 and $5,000. Euro imports appear occasionally. Add inspection time for paperwork and parts. It is not a show pony. It is a partner. Durable, discreet, and dependable. We ride it to work, to states, to the store, then we park it smiling. Want liters of serenity and a couch of a seat? Number 3 does it with style. Number 3, Kawasaki ZR-7/ZR-7S. Air-cooled 4, no-nonsense frame, commuter grit, old-school sound, modern usability, maintenance your garage can handle. This is the budget anvil that turns fuel and oil into happy miles. Why does it last? Mild cam timing, generous oiling, and simple carbs that tune clean. The bottom end is stout, the gearbox is honest, and the cooling fins actually work. Keep valves in spec, and it returns the favor with decade-long loyalty. Ride feel is easy and neutral. The chassis holding a line without drama. The S-fairing lifts wind off your chest. The naked trims the clutter and mass. Brakes are straightforward. A line refresh and modern pads bring firm feel. We see mid-40s miles per gallon on 2-lane cruises all season. Alternator service is simple, regulator checks are quick, and battery access is painless. Seat space is generous, the bar bend is friendly, and the pegs are humane for tall riders. Used bike scan, car boots crack with age, so inspect for leaks and idle wobble. Exhaust studs deserve patience. Use heat and care before a pipe swap. Rubber lines age out. Fresh fuel and vacuum hose make everything happier. United States pricing stays reasonable for careful buyers and patient sellers. Naked versions often trade near $2,000 to $3,000, depending on shape. The S with fairing, records, and 𝐏𝐑 plastics usually sits at $3,000 to $4,000. You will not win spec wars. You will win calm miles and cheap smiles. This is the fourth that brings back simple maintenance and real-world range. Next up, a half-liter Honda that outworks bigger names for pennies. Throttle the engine and hit subscribe plus the bell. Join riders who share setups, torque specs, and parts deals so you stop wasting cash. Number 2, Honda CB 500F. Do it all, value, quiet strength, city to canyon ease. We call it the everyday answer because it starts, runs, and just delivers. Under-stressed twin, light clutch, slick gearbox, and manners that make us ride more. Longevity comes from smart choices, modest compression, generous cooling, and relaxed cams. The crank is smooth, the fueling civil, the mapping kinder than most beginner bikes. No drama to start, no tantrums when hot, just consistent torque across the curve. Ergonomics are dialed for adults. Knees relaxed, wrists happy. Bars where hands want them. Mirror sightlines work in traffic, and the dash stays readable in bright sun. We add a fly screen, toss on soft bags, and the weekday turns into a mini trip. Fuel economy sits near 60 miles per gallon for real American speeds and loads. A simple chain routine keeps driveline sharp and wallet stress low. Pads, filters, and tires are wallet-friendly, stocked in small-town shops all year. Pre-purchase scan is straightforward and quick to do in a driveway. Check fork oil history, feel rebound on a bounce, and look for weeping seals. Novice tip-overs show at bar ends, levers, and engine covers. Light marks can be fine. Electrics are solid, yet we still confirm charging voltage and fan behavior. Look at the dash for missing pixels, cycle every button, verify backlight health. Listen for really slack chain chatter. Adjust and ride the test loop again. Generations matter for pricing, so shop with eyes open and notes ready. Early years in good health typically live between $3,000 and $4,000. Newer refresh models with updated forks and ABS often sit at $5,000 to $6,000. Riding character is the secret sauce. Calm at idle, willing at mid-range, happy near redline. It weaves through city mess without heat or drama, then hums down a 2-lane with ease. We finish a tank, stretch, check pressures, and want another hour because it stays friendly. If you want the bike that teaches, commutes, tours light, and holds value with grace, this is it. Before we crown it, the small ninja that refuses to die takes the stage. Number 1, Kawasaki Ninja 250R. Beginner, legend, courier-proof, 5-figure RPM without fear. Lightweight, friendly gears, and a motor that loves to rev. We call it the school that never closes, teaching skill and patience. Why does it last? Tough parallel twin architecture, conservative tune, sensible temps. Carburetors from earlier years are simple to service. Later injection is clean and consistent. Transmissions are famously tough, dogs stay sharp, and clutches work for ages. Ownership rhythm is easy, wallet happy, and miles add up. 70+ miles per gallon is normal on 2-lane loops at steady speeds. Valves are home doable with a manual, patience, and a tidy bench. Tires cost little, chains are cheap, and pads live long when jetted right. Ergonomics are welcoming. Uprightish bars, humane pegs, and a seat that forgives short legs. Wind protection is enough for highways, even better with a small screen. Used bike checklists we trust. Sitting carbs, gum up, insist on fresh fuel and a clear bowl. Vacuum petcocks can age. Replace lines and diaphragms for leak-free peace. Fairing tabs may rattle from tip-overs. Look for proper fasteners, not drywall nightmares. Charging systems are simple. Confirm battery health and steady voltage with lights on. Listen for odd top-end ticks at hot idle. Many fade with correct clearances. Ride it. It should spin smoothly, steer neutral, and brake in a straight line. Money reality in the United States is refreshingly kind. Running riders' examples are often $1,500 to $3,000, depending on miles and care. Ultra clean, unmolested late-run bikes with records and fresh rubber can fetch $3,000 to $4,000. Aftermarket pipes are common. Prefer stock or quiet cans to keep neighbors and torque happy. Budget does not mean fragile. These machines go the distance. Real range, low cost, huge miles. We ride, we wrench, we report the truth without fluff or fear. Tap the video on screen for the buyer's guide with year-by-year checks and realistic U.S. pricing. Join the community, hit subscribe, and keep the miles honest. Tell us which long runner you trust and how far you will push it this season. Share your maintenance ritual that saved engines and wallets alike.